Here with the man who's caused a lot of flack for me up in Canada when I said that he defeated George St. Pierre by the narrowest of margins in that first fight. As a Canadian, I had to say it, I was honest, but you look back at that fight, it's now in the past. You are fighting for the title again. Did you think it would actually happen in this manner?
No, I didn't. I know Dana White said that I was going to get another shot, hopefully a rematch, but it turned out to be better. He called me, and I was so amazed that he called me, and he told me I totally forgot to call anybody else. I was sort of in shock. Very humbling that they even offered it for me to fight here, and look at the card, it's stacked. So again, it's very, very, very humbling that Dana White and the UFC decided to give me another shot.
You take a look at competing in Dallas, so close to home. Is there more pressure competing here than anywhere else on the planet?
No. Realistically, you can put pressure however you want to. Every day is a pressured life. Just for your cameraman, the UFC, an average person, you can put pressure, or you can just say, you know what, go with the flow. Go with the flow. I'm staying in the hotel just like a normal fight. I'm getting drove around with the UFC just like a normal fight. So there's nothing different.
And speaking of going with the flow, you're taking the next question almost out of my mouth. You take a look at the fact that people are concentrating on this main event between you and Robbie Lawler as two guys that can knock people out. Dana says Johnny Hendricks makes people skid across the octagon. Well, Robbie Lawler's been knocking people out his whole career. I maintain that to go with the flow, wrestling is extremely important in this fight. What do you think of his takedowns and his takedown defense as an opponent?
I think he has been able to stop Josh Koscheck, which is good. He wasn't able to stop Roy McDonald's takedowns, and I don't think he really tried to take him down that much. I think he tried to do more grappling style to get his reversals. But those are things that that you gotta weigh out. Realistically. I let my body flow. I let it. Whenever I go out there, I have multiple game plans, and I sit there and say, okay, this isn't working. Okay, adapt. Adapt to this. Adapt. So I'm never panicked, because there's sometimes if you go out there and say, all right, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. He stopped it. Oh, what do I do now? And so those are important things that you got to really focus on.
I take nothing away from Robbie Lawler. Please, I'm not trying to disrespect him. Would you have rather have had that rematch with George to get that belt? Because that's what you want. You want the belt. You don't care about George.
Yeah.
You want the belt. Would you have rather have gotten the belt defeating George, or at this point, no, it doesn't matter?
No, it doesn't matter. Realistically, I just want the belt. George done amazing things for the MMA and the 170 class. He sort of brought it on the map, made it more exciting than some of the heavyweights. And that's awesome. So hopefully, what I'm going to try to do is feed off that and try to develop even bigger.
Sunday morning, when we all wake up, there's going to be a new era in the UFC's welterweight division. It's either Johnny Hendricks or it's Robbie Lawler. But what will the world look like on Sunday morning when Johnny Hendricks is the new, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world?
Armageddon might happen. No, realistically, I don't know what it's going to look like. If that happens, I'm gonna enjoy it for, I don't know, I'll give myself a couple of days to enjoy the belt, and then I'm gonna stash it and forget about it. And move forward. That's the way I've always done it. Give myself 4 or 5 days to reflect on the fight, reflect on how I did, and if it's a win, then move forward like that, and then say, okay, that happened, and then everything else doesn't matter, because I'm going to have to do it again.
If you do emerge victorious and that belt gets into the Hendricks household, will there be a mini tournament with the girls?
Mini tournament with the girls? I hope not. They already have tournaments. They always fight. And what's bad is that my youngest one, she's the one that's like, she'll sit there and she'll get hit on the head. And she'll be like, ow. And then she'll walk away. And she'll come back like a sword or something. Like we got a little like a plastic pirate sword for her when we went to Disney World. And she'll literally walk around, she'll look, and then she'll go, my daughter will not be paying attention. Bam! And she's like, oh! I'm like, you really can't get mad because she's younger, and she started it. The older one started it, and the younger one just finished it.
So it's safe to say that if you do emerge victorious, you've already got to defend the title on Sunday or Monday.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to probably beat up my middle one, Adley. She's an honored one, but Avery will walk up to you too and punch you for no reason. So they're tough little ones.
As always, thank you very much for your time.
Hey, thank you.
There he is, Johnny Hendricks taking on Robbie Lawler. One of these two guys will become the undisputed welterweight champion of the world, UFC 171.